Thank you. That is good. We are out here about to harvest our potatoes. The day has finally come. It is early October and it's a little bit earlier than we would normally harvest them, but we have had just weeks of frost and the ground is already freezing fairly deep. It's pushing up, and so I'm pretty sure we've got some frozen spuds and we need to get in there and get them harvested. Let's head over to the potato row and take a look. So here they are. They don't look very good at this moment because they have died back. We had a really short growing season this year. I think it was like 86 days, something like that. We had a frost in the end of August, and that did wipe these out pretty good. Some of them were kind of still hanging on, but with all the recent frosts and the snow, that definitely finished them off. So this is what they look like, and they are definitely ready to be harvested. We always wait until they die back, and I usually wait a few weeks longer so they can form a really tough skin when we're digging them up and for storage. Potatoes are probably one of my favorite crops to dig up because I always feel like you're digging up a treasure. Really, really fun stuff. Super cold soil, so I'm sure it's going to be really fun today. Back in May, we planted this whole seed potatoes. I think we did about 30 to 40, I always forget, and I think it was about 14 to 15 different varieties, so we've got a lot to search through today. During the growing year, these potatoes get massive. I mean, they just totally take up the row. They grow like 2+ feet high, and they go over into these walkways as well. We're gonna grab some gear and get started on digging these potatoes.
All right, let's dig some potatoes. Is this frozen? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
I know, I was like thinking,
what is gonna happen here?
it's not gonna be fun is what I said.
Yeah, it's frozen.
There's probably potatoes you're gonna stab, hon.
Well, they're...
What if you do this like hit from like down here? Look. Like that, yeah. Like lower. No more, because there's...
This one did great. This is Magic Molly. Purple, really nice, like iridescent purple on the outside, purple on the inside. This row does have some freezing, as you can tell. That's like 2 inches thick of frozen soil. So I had to pick some of them out of here. The ones of the Magic Molly that were frozen, those ones are still good. They're not damaged at all, but I got a couple of this little red fingerling that's next to it, and it looks like there is a tiny bit of damage right there from the frost. So we'll have to cut those pieces off, and hopefully we can still eat those. But this Magic Molly one did great. It's a nice one. Scrape that one a little. Still good.
She looks okay. If they just stayed below that frost line is all right, but if they were in it. That's, you say that's 2 inches? I say that's like
maybe more, yeah.
2 to 3. That's extremely pushing that frost in deep, yeah.
Look at this. I'm still getting this Magic Molly one.
There's more potatoes down there.
I cannot believe.
Do you want to just, these chunks, like, can I just throw them right here? Yeah. Do we know we're done over there, or do you want me to keep looking? Because I didn't even look on my side. Oh, wow. Oh, this did really well. Oh, gosh, you got Magic Myrna in there. Or, that's Magic Myrna with Magic Molly. So this is Magic Molly and Magic Myrna, I believe, and I don't think we've ever grown Magic Myrna. We usually grow French fingerling, which is very similar to this, like a pink skin and a yellow center or flesh, I believe. And I love fingerlings. You usually get way more, and it looks like these ones did do that this year in comparison to a standard potato. And they're really big, so kind of funny to call that a fingerling when it's a full-size spud, in my opinion. Oh gosh. This is magic. I can't even move this one. Do you see this?
Oh my gosh.
The whole thing came out.
Oh my god. Dang. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, hon. It almost looks like these needed a little more time.
Really?
Usually they're long season. She went really deep.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Did you have any a lot on the edge or no?
Yeah.
Do you want me to look on my edge more?
Sure. Look at that one. Where'd that come from?
I'm missing them.
That variety came from over here. I'm still on this orange one. Or this red one. Look at that. Beauties.
Oh gosh. See that?
Yeah. Major frozen. Alright, so oh yeah, this one's coming up.
Let me try it. You know what? That was me that stabbed that purple one, I'm pretty sure. Or I ripped it out or something. Oh, that's German butterball.
Is that what it is, German butterball?
This is German butterball. You can tell by that skin.
That's German butterball then.
That skin, it gets that wrinkly kind of.
Yeah, you just had one on my side.
This is why we like to plant the whole potatoes. I like to get a lot of spuds. So we got a lot from this one. This was just one seed potato. They all tend to overlap a little bit because they're so, oh, do you see him? It's got a very unique shape. They tend to overlap because they're so close. Wow. This is really freaking cool. I'm so excited. As far as amending our potatoes, we always do bone meal. We use fish bone meal this past year, and we always amend with chicken or horse manure and just vegetable compost that we make here. I also add leaves in the fall, sometimes spent barley, hay, and I believe it's either peat moss or sphagnum moss. It's the one we have in the back of the bog. That's what I added to this row to help with the acidity. Oh my gosh, this is one root. One plant.
A frozen block.
Well, yeah, I didn't say that part, but these have to be the biggest German butterballs. They don't normally get that big. I've never seen a German butterball.
That's
yeah,
huge.
normally this is a little big.
Do you think we'll break the record this year? On a big one? I think we're going to break the record on how many we grew.
I've seen some like this, but I haven't seen much bigger than that.
Did you grow cat white this year or no?
No, and that's usually the one that is.
That's really big.
That's the really big one. That's why I didn't grow it. It seemed too susceptible to scab and stuff.
Look at this. Look at this. That is a good German butterball.
Oh, you got one right by your
harvest.
foot, honey.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, I'm doing it again. Watch your eyes.
All right. These ones are just too frozen. I'm pretty sure that's like 4 or 5 inches of just frozen solid dirt. So we're gonna leave this out in the sun. I got another one there. We're coming into another red one. These are doing great, but we've only dug up, I think, like 5-6 feet of that row. And I mean, we have a lot of potatoes so far. This might be the most we've ever grown. We will see. Oh, wow. Look at the beautiful red color of that potato. Is that not the most beautiful potato?
Yeah, it's just stunning.
Perfect size. That's a great potato. This is just going great. Look at that one, marble. No, there's like a hard layer here.
I noticed
where
that.
the soil's not as, like it's actually the ground.
Is frozen.
And they don't really like to grow in there. Well, it grew big.
Fiesta.
Oh, this is Fiesta?
I didn't think Fiesta got that big. That's what Fiesta looks like, though. It's
That's what I was saying. Yeah, it's got like those little marks.
That would.
Pretty sure it's a nice. That's a good potato.
I think that's
Fiesta.
I'd say these. Still looks okay.
Looks good.
Look at that one, huh? I grew that for you.
Just gonna leave the dirt on them for now because it'll come off when they get heated up. That is a really cool looking potato. We believe this is huckleberry gold. It's got like this nice purple color with some white, but we're getting into some big ones. I mean, that's a big potato. This one, it seems like the skin is kind of delicate. We don't have the longest season here, so this is a big potato. Nice one.
Work her out. I don't know why this is so comical, but it's just freaking hilarious to me how big these get sometime. I don't know what it is, but potatoes hasn't really been an issue for us. Back in Oregon, they did very well, I always thought, and then we moved here, and they do particularly well here. But we haven't had this big of a potato since 2 years back when we had a very heavily composted row, and I kind of tried to do some fine tuning. And this is what happens. That is huge. He's probably only 1.5 pounds, but I mean, that's a big spud. And it's not hollow on the inside, it's solid. Could feed a family of 10.
Oh, nice one.
Oh,
Nice one. Oh, yeah. Look at this.
Those are russets.
Those are russets.
No, that definitely looked like huckleberry gold. Maybe that's Fiesta.
Fiesta.
I don't think we grew any other potato that looks like this.
Well,
There's no way to mistake this one.
That's a lot of potatoes off one plant. Ooh, that's a big one.
speckled.
Red flesh. Oh, you gotta put the thing down, babe. Stick?
Yeah, there's sticks in here, hon. When I put the leaves in.
Whoa, whoa, what's this one? A white. The heck? Okay, this is the...
That's about one. That is a blonde. That looks to me, you know what this looks like? That white rose one I got.
Oh.
At the, there should just be one plant, if that's what's going on here.
Wow,
Gorgeous.
that potato did really good.
It's a really beautiful potato, is what that is. Real pretty pink one. Yeah, I can't keep up with you, man.
Produced a lot.
It looks a lot like cow white, but see, you're getting more of them, which is weird. Doesn't really. That's probably gonna have to defrost because
Probably,
they're
yeah.
too hard. That's when I scrape them.
Yeah, but let me pick the ones out that are good.
Okay, nothing.
Yeah, that one was got a little damage.
No! He did, huh?
He was like sticking out the top.
I don't want to scratch this one. Didn't get how I work them out. These ones are good.
Look at that one.
That's a rock. Well, things are going good so far. I'm pretty stoked with the harvest. I don't know if it's obvious, but I probably should have gone out here quite a bit earlier. I think we would have really needed to come out here like 2 weeks earlier, honestly, because we've been getting into the low 20s for weeks now. So I should have been out here earlier. We have suffered very minimal losses, thankfully. And we've got, I think, maybe 6 or 7 plants more to go.
What could it be? Oh yeah, look at that! Look at that melody of potatoes right there. Why do half of our potatoes look like that? Like Fiesta?
I don't know.
Look at this. That is insane.
That was one potato plant, Eric.
Yeah, no, biggest one I've ever seen.
This is the haul. It looks pretty good, pretty comparable to last year. In fact, we have a lot behind me that we have to go back and get. They were just in too frozen of chunks, so I'm guessing we still have another good 40 or 50 potatoes behind me. Something we thought would be fun this year is to try some of the different varieties that we grew, if I can identify them. So we're gonna head out and cook some of these potatoes up. We're gonna cook up one of these really cool. She's not very big, but that's okay.
We're gonna steam these potatoes. We're gonna do a taste test.
Figured that was the best way to get kind of like an accurate taste. We have grown a lot of different we've grown a lot of different colors and varieties in the past, but There's a lot of new ones for us this year. We have Huckleberry Gold, which usually has like a gold flesh. This one doesn't have a gold flesh this year.
That looks so
and
cool.
like a purple skin. That's the fingerling Magic Myrna.
Magic Myrna fingerling. Nice potato.
I think this is the russet type. Sierra russet, I'm not sure.
Looking forward to that one.
Magic Molly, all purple.
Okay.
This is probably Daisy Gold. Could be German Butterball, but I'm thinking it's Daisy Gold. I do not know what that is, but it's someone new.
It's a white one, yeah.
This is in a gold.
Oh, these ones are good.
This is really cool. This is Fiesta.
Yeah.
And one of my all favorites is, I think it's all Delta Red.
Yep.
And it's red on the inside. It has red flesh. We're gonna cook
Two of
two
those.
of those.
That's it. Let's let them steam.
High five. Good job.
2 years ago, we had some really big potatoes. The biggest one was right at 2.5 pounds. So that's a big potato. We're gonna weigh these ones. This one I think is the second biggest. Exactly 1.5 pounds. So that's a big potato. And then this is the biggest one. 2 pounds. 2 pounds.
That's dense.
That's good. That's a big potato. And this was the Huckleberry Gold. You can see compared to the size of my head. 2 potatoes is 3.5 pounds. Over 3.5 pounds. Cool. Ready?
Yeah, we've got 5 varieties ready to try, right?
Yep, these are a little smaller, so those ones are taking a little longer. I want to start with this one. What do you think?
Purple. The purple is always a softer flesh, in my opinion. It cooks quicker, and it's, I mean, I don't know how to describe it. More like a fluffy. It's a fluffier potato.
Mm-hmm. Fluffy, yeah. Just real basic, not that flavorful. Basic potato flavor.
For being just a straight potato, that's extremely good.
It is good.
Purple's not Eric's favorite. Mainly because
It's
it
not.
dyes everything, or the flavor?
Yeah, for some, they're cool, but I just like to fry potatoes a lot, and it turns them kind of a weird brown color. But I don't know, they're good. I got a little of olive oil.
I think that texture
Here
is
from
wonderful. It's
Oh,
not like a good crisping potato, I would say. It's not a good pan frying or baking. It's more like a soft.
I'd
like a
say
mashed
so.
potato.
Yeah. Okay, is this?
Is he sitting in gold?
No.
No.
This is the fingerling. This is the one we first dug up. Was
Magic
Myrna? Okay, so this is a new one.
Yeah, this is really hot. Can I grab a book? Okay. This is a new one. We've never tried this.
Oh my gosh.
You like yellow potatoes?
The texture and that tastes like there's salt and butter on it. That's a really good potato. Or like a sweet potato.
To me, I would say this tastes like a russet potato that you've kind of already put some toppings on.
It tastes like it has something in it.
It tastes like a russet. It has a lot of flavor.
At the end, I'm getting the flavor of almost like a sweet potato that's not that good, lacking a lot of
I
flavor.
kind of noticed that too.
That's really good. Oh my gosh. What's this little one here?
My favorite potatoes are all red potatoes or pink ones on the inside. I just like the colors.
Let's split that
I think
one.
they're really fun to grow for kids. Apparently not adults, but I think they're really fun. Honestly, I gotta say with these ones, I never really noticed a taste difference.
Of the red ones?
Yeah, I can't tell if
Let's
I
see.
notice. They're a little bit fluffier. That's kind of waxy. This is a waxy one. Oh, I'm not gonna dip it first.
General potato.
Actually, not good if you want to know the truth. Just plain.
Plain.
Just tastes like nothing.
Tastes like nothing. After that one, too.
It has a waxy texture.
For some reason, the skin just like went off of this one. I don't know what happened with this one. This one usually boils pretty good.
Now, don't take our word for it. We're not potato specialists, but potatoes, there are, I don't know if there's hundreds of varieties, but there is a lot. And I would say that they all just have different properties and flavors. And some of them don't store as long. Some of them are better for certain cooking purposes, like steaming versus crisping. What do you think about this one? I know you like.
Creamy.
This is a good one.
That's good. Put some olive oil on it.
If I'm just going off flavor, Magic Molly was probably my favorite, the purple variety. This is probably the fluffiest.
That
The
has
fluffiest potato I've ever tried.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
the texture of that.
Mashed potatoes.
I was to say, can you imagine making mashed potatoes?
I
out of
couldn't
that?
because it's so fluffy already. It's crazy.
What is this one? This might be Gold Daisy or
Daisy Gold.
Daisy Gold.
I don't actually know if you want to shoot. No. This is Daisy Gold or German. I think it's Daisy Gold or German Butterball. I'm gonna try with some.
Oh, that's a fluffy one too.
German Butterball has always been one of our favorites. We've been growing it for about 5-6 years. It's a really good producing yellow potato. It gets the name because, at least I think, it has a yellow flesh generally, like a bright, like you put butter on it, and it stores extremely well.
That's like fluffy and dry. You know what I mean?
I think that's Daisy Gold. I don't think that's German Butterball.
This one's right. Oh, I want to try this one so bad. Fiesta.
What is that?
That's Fiesta. It's hot though, so watch out.
That looks waxy already.
Fiesta, I was excited to try this one. Like a good French fry potato. Doesn't taste like anything.
Yeah, it's not.
Basic.
It's not too fluffy. It does have some flavor. There's some moistness. There's some dryness. It's kind of. I would say it's a good all-purpose.
All-purpose.
If I had to guess.
That's a good one. I like that one, and it looks really cool too.
Doesn't really commit. It's the most beautiful, I'd say.
Some cool potatoes so far. We've got 2 more in there that we're still working on. A red one, and then a Huckleberry Gold. But this one so far, this is the 𝐸𝒍𝒂𝒔𝒂. This is the one that was really sweet. Tastes like there was seasoning on it already. And it's got such a cool color. It's almost like a sweet potato. The purple looks cool. I mean, cool looking potatoes. Good variety this year. Sierra russet?
Sierra russet.
Sierra russet.
I was laughing because I didn't know what you were going to say.
That's totally a russet. You can just tell. Looks like a baked potato. The texture, crumbly.
That's not shepherdy, huh? See how waxy it is?
Yeah, waxy. Just
Super waxy.
Completely different potato.
I don't think that's shepherdy, but I don't honestly know.
That one was decent.
A lot of these are really new varieties for us. We have probably grown 40 to 50 different kinds of varieties over the years, and
Yeah.
I want to say this year only a few of them we've grown before. They're pretty much all new. So I'm kind of learning new flavors here. What are you giving me? Just
I don't know about that one. That one's like really waxy and flavorless. This is not how we normally eat potatoes. We're just doing this to kind of test them and see which one tastes the best. That one has a weird aftertaste too.
In all fairness, I got to be honest. If that's Delta Red, which is the only all red one I grew, I am genuinely displeased with its flavor. But I will. That would be great mixed in with things. You know, mashed potatoes. All these potatoes, you add more flavor to them, they're going to be great. But
Yeah,
I
know.
agree. This one has a very odd,
Bitter aftertaste almost?
sour, almost not good.
Okay.
That's not. I would. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
We got one more to try, and this was the one. This is Huckleberry Gold. This
Okay.
is the one that got the biggest.
I found with some of these potatoes, if they say they have a yellow flesh, if they don't go the full length of the growing season, I feel like they don't usually get that yellow flesh. Sometimes I find that with German Butterball. You like it? I take it as you like it?
It tastes like a chestnut. It's super nutty.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. That's
No.
crazy.
See, that's really good.
I've
compared
never
to-
tasted one like that.
Definitely, if you're a potato connoisseur, so what they say?
That's crazy.
There's some major flavor in each different potato. They really have their own unique flavors. That was good. It's waxy and fluffy. Good. Fluffier. It's fluffy.
It's so
Moist.
nutty.
And moist. And yeah, it has a...
Do you want this piece of skin in the butter?
Sure. Thanks. Potatoes are one of our biggest staple crops because they are just so good at storing.
Yes.
And they're really hardy. You can definitely make them into a lot of foods. And I don't know. It's just a really easy, it's an easier crop to grow that grows well consistently, and they store well. And so we just turn them into a whole bunch of foods all winter long, I feel like.
From the start to the end of potatoes, you don't have to start them inside, which is awesome. You just plant them in the garden as a potato, and then you don't usually have to can them.
I was just about to get to
You
that.
preserve them as a potato, and as you eat them throughout the year, they're still just a nice potato. You can't really tell the difference. When we had the root cellar, these things all season long into the next year, when we replanted some of them, they tasted exactly the same as when we dug them up, which is awesome.
That's my favorite part too, that the preserving is minimal
Yes.
to none. Curing, you do want to cure them.
I'd say this was my favorite potato, and then the Huckleberry Gold had a really unique flavor. That was a good one.
There was another one in there too that had a good flavor, and I don't know which one it
I
was.
believe it was this one.
𝐸𝒍𝒂𝒔𝒂
Gold. That's a really good potato. We really like that one.
Magic Molly and that one in your hand. Those are my two favorites.
Really? You like the Magic Molly purple?
I like purple ones. I don't know if it's because they're galaxy colored. I like the flavor too.
Cool.
I am still holding on to this strange one right now.
All in all, great harvest.
We're going to be repurposing these for dinner, and we've got to get the rest of our potatoes dealt with.
Talk
They
about
smell good.
a plate of potatoes, huh?
Yeah. The next step of getting our potatoes ready for storage is the process of curing. And so curing basically makes it so the skin thickens up or cures on the potatoes, and they will last quite a bit longer that way. If you've ever dug up a fresh potato, you'll see that the potato skin is very thin and it'll just kind of like rub off. So we want them to have really thick skin to store for a long time. A lot of them already have that thick skin because of how long we left them in the ground, but some of the varieties don't quite have as thick of skin. That process is really easy. I just transfer them into totes, and ideally you would want a really good humidity level, something comparable to like a bathroom, so like 80-90% humidity while they're curing. And the temperature part's not quite as important. I find that room temperature works for curing, but you can go a little bit colder, and you could probably go a little bit higher as well. And at this point, we don't have to worry as much about keeping them away from light. One thing I've done in the past is even thrown like a wet towel over the bins while they're curing to help increase the moisture. Once the potatoes have cured, they are ready for their long-term storage, which is very important to us so we can eat these throughout the winter. The number one fallacy of storing potatoes is light. They cannot have any light at all, not even the tiniest little smidge. That will make them break dormancy, and it won't necessarily make them break dormancy right away, but it will basically make it so your potatoes are not going to store as long as they could. Pretty crazy how long these guys can store if the conditions are right. And for long-term storage, the conditions are really cold temperatures. We're talking probably like 45 to 50. You don't really want to store them much colder than that. We have found that if you like throw potatoes in the fridge, or even when we had a root cellar, that they can get a little bit cold and it changes the makeup of the potato and they start to taste a little bit different. Humidity is also crucial. Higher humidity is good. You want same thing like bathroom humidity. So we're talking like 85-95% humidity. Now, of course, we don't actually have those conditions inside of our cabin, and that's where we store these. So we have a little cupboard that we cut out and we store them back behind there. It remains pretty cold, probably like 50 to 60 degrees. It's fairly dark, not completely, and because we heat with the wood stove, it doesn't actually stay that moist. We have drier air inside of our cabin, but we just make do with what we can. When we had our root cellar, that was absolutely the best way to store these. These are an awesome crop to grow, and we are looking forward to eating them this winter. Around the house,
She's mad, man, Madama. Can you imagine being a cat?
You don't think this is too dirty?
No.
That's huckleberry. I don't really know, actually. I didn't really put any in that bucket, so.
No, way less than 2 dozen, and they're all small. Oh, except for that one.
Oh yeah, those two
Big
are
white
big.
one.
Yeah, I'm gonna cook those for them. Man, it's just like a freaking chunk of ice still.